when we first got successful, the way they were responding to it is not at all the way they respond to their success now. I mean, as I said before, Anthony's made a kind of progress spiritually and inwardly that you just don't often see with rock stars. He's gotten so much better as a singer, as a lyricist, as a human being. And that's something I really respect, you know. It makes me think in retrospect that the way he was responding to this success at the beginning, I just see it as having its place, whereas at the time it made me angry at him. And now, if he had to respond to it that way to get himself to the point where he's at now, it all makes sense, you know, it all just seems perfect, you know. I mean, the spirits that collected me, I wasn't meant to continue on that journey with them through that period of time because, you know, because they had to do it their own way to get to the place where they are now. The way they are now with it, I respect very much. I just didn't like the way everybody was responding to the success that we were having. I was confused myself about how to deal with it, as everybody was, and we each had our own individual way of responding to it. My way of responding to it was to feel that I had to go against it in every way. I felt that being proud of being a loser was the best way to be, and I wasn't gonna let anybody make me believe that I was a success just because our band was selling a lot of records and a lot of concert tickets. Because I write music from a humble perspective, and I didn't want anything to mess with my artistic flow. So I saw there as being a lot of enemies of artistic expression, and I just wanted to fight against those by still keeping my life as beautiful as possible. So that wasn't the way the rest of the band was thinking.
You guys have been doing lots of sort of weird themed, well not themed, sort of concerts. You did the MAP concert. Do you want to talk about that a little bit? Against sort of alcohol and drug abuse for musicians?
We played a benefit. It was it seemed like the thing to do. Some people need help, so we played a show we wanted to play. It was an organization that has helped a lot of our friends over the years get into rehab and stuff, so we thought...
Yeah, they paid for me to get in rehab like a year ago, you know.
That would be one of the friends I was talking about right there. Yeah.
Well, you guys have been looking after, even before you got back in the band, you guys have all been looking after each other, really, haven't you?
Yeah, and I may need them again someday, so it's good if they have a good coffer.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
No, you're taking care of yourself, though, aren't you?
I think
He's
so.
got the money to go into a rehab if he needs to.
And I'm not going into a rehab.
No? That's a good thing.
Yeah.
This girl right here has a question for you.
It'll make it a lot easier.
Hi, I just wanted to say you guys were really fabulous. And John, it's so cool to see you back in the band. And I was wondering, why did you decide to come back? And why did you guys let him back?
John! Yeah.
Why did we let him back?
That's a good question.
Hello, you paid us a lot of money.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
No, it wasn't a let or a have. It was just a meant to be.
Oh, well,
It was
the
a.
best this way.
We
Definitely.
were just fulfilling a necessity of fate.
Yeah, well, you know, I joined the band because I love playing music all the time, having that to think about all the time, and I could tell that they were, you know, that they were going to be like receptive and sensitive to what I would try to do, you know, by devoting my life to music, you know.
Well, it sounds really good. I feel back.
Yeah.
Really good.
What happened to the hair, man? The hair kicked ass.
My dad has the hair in a vault in the basement, so don't worry.
Really? What do you think that's worth? What do you think it's worth?
Millions.
Millions? Yeah. What do you think this is worth?
I once tried to sell Anthony's pubic hair at a show, and that didn't really go for much, you know.
Really? Like
It
dollars?
was the circumstances, though. It wasn't the product. Wasn't a good product.
Yeah, we weren't as popular then, you know.
I feel that you're going to be more prepared to deal with everything in the band now that you're back. It's been so long.
Oh, I'm comfortable with it because because I had time to think about everything, you know.
Yeah. What did you
Put
think
everything
about?
in perspective. I mean, you know, at the time that I quit the band, I was really inspired by these people who didn't do very well, you know, career-wise, like Sid Barrett and. Well, at the time, the Meat Puppets hadn't done well, but they have since then. But they were one of my favorite bands at the time. The Minutemen and all these people who I just didn't feel did very well in their careers, and I didn't want to do well myself, you know. But since then, I'm more in touch with the fact that there's lots of popular people that they loved and that I loved, and that rock stardom does a good thing for a lot of people. It gives them healthy people to look up to, you know, instead of whoever's the richest guy in town or whatever, you know. Rock stars are like good people to look up to, you know. So I think it serves a good purpose, you know.
Do you
I have
think?
no problem with it. At the time, I did, you know.
Do you think the rock stars are good people to look up to?
He's got an explanation behind that.
Yeah. What? The rock stars?
It's a beautiful explanation. It seems like a strange thing to say.
It is. I mean, who else are you going to look up to? The president, or you know?
There you go.
Who?
Yeah.
I mean, I look up to, like, you know, Jimmy Page and Jimi Hendrix. These are the cool people to look up to, you know. They're people who do only good things to help people, as opposed to doing bad things and good things at the same time, you know.
Yeah.
They're people who only do things to make people feel good. They devote their lives to make people feel good, you know. That's the people to look up to.
Excellent. Yeah. So you guys want to make people feel good. That's the basic thing.
Yeah, that's all we want to do.